Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about Megan Fox's response to the cheating rumors, the reason Alec Baldwin's charges have been dropped, and why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are suing South Park. First up, Megan Fox has returned to Instagram and she's finally addressed the cheating rumors in her relationship with Machine Gun Kelly. She reinstated her account on Sunday, only to post a message blaming the media for the whole misunderstanding. She wrote, "There has been no third-party interference in this relationship of any kind. That includes but is not limited to actual humans, DMs, AI bots, or succubus demons. While I do hate to rob you of running random baseless news stories that would have much more accurately been written by ChatGPT, you need to let the story die and leave all of these innocent people alone now." By innocent people, she's clearly referring to the other woman who got caught up in the scandal, MGK's guitarist Sophie Lloyd. In the comment section of Sophie's latest Instagram post, Megan left a lengthy comment calling out the way that the hurtful affair accusations have spiraled. She wrote, "How me making a joke in order to absolve this girl of a hurtful accusation somehow turned into a confirmation of it I will never understand." She went on to say, "Why are people so dumb? Sophie, you are insanely talented. Welcome to Hollywood. Your first unwarranted PR disaster. You have now been baptized by the flames of fame. It only gets worse from here, unfortunately. Just ignore it as much as you can, middle finger up." In response, Sophie left a comment saying that the internet is wild. Last week, the speculation got so bad that her management team had to step in and release a statement defending her from all the online hatred. They wrote, "Sophie Lloyd is a professional, accomplished musician who has needlessly been dragged into the media based on meritless accusations made by social media. Any suggestion that she's ever acted in an unprofessional manner or stepped out of her relationship are untrue." In case you're wondering where the rumors came from, it has a lot to do with what Megan originally posted on Instagram. She shared a video of a burning envelope with the caption, "You can taste the dishonesty, it's all over your breath." The lyrics are from Beyonce's song Pray You Catch Me on Lemonade, which is an album that is notoriously about Jay-Z having cheated on her. And if that didn't send a clear enough message, Megan also deleted all photos of MGK from her page and she unfollowed him. But despite her latest statement, there's still reason to believe that things aren't quite back to normal between the couple. An inside source spoke to People magazine and revealed that the two of them are still not in a good place. They went on to provide some extra context to her recent post and suggested that she was trying to backtrack on all of the messiness. They said she's now posted that there was no cheating, but she initially thought there was and now is backtracking a bit. She was definitely hinting at infidelity with her first post. She regrets making it also public, but was really upset in the moment. They went on to say that Megan and MGK's relationship is crazy and intense, but it wouldn't be shocking if they were back together completely by the end of the week. Things took a turn again last Friday when Page Six published reports that the cause of their argument had been a series of suspicious DMs and text messages that Megan found on MGK's phone, leading her to believe that he's been having an affair. According to an inside source, they are broken up, but Megan is seeing where they stand. She wants to see what they can salvage, while MGK really wants to make up. Last week, the couple looked visibly upset as they left a marriage counseling office in California. Megan appeared emotional as she wiped her eyes with her hand while leaving the building, and MGK followed closely behind her. The two of them were seen talking to one another as they walked into the car park before they left in separate cars. So regardless of whether or not there's been infidelity, it seems like their relationship is really being put to the test. They're usually the king and queen of over-the-top PDA, especially when it comes to social media. Megan once posted a photo with the two of them on Instagram, and the caption was hilarious. She described their relationship as two outcasts and star-crossed lovers caught in the throes of a torrid solar flare of a romance, featuring things like feverish obsession, shamans, lots of blood, tantric night terrors, binding rituals, and even organic smoothies. So a lot of their social media posts read like fan fiction. In October of 2021, the couple spoke to GQ, and the interview was filled with insane quotes. MGK said, "Even our first kiss, she wouldn't kiss me. We just put our lips right in front of each other and breathed each other's breath." For her part, Megan said, "It's ecstasy and agony for sure. I don't want people to think anything's perfect with us. I didn't say it was the darkest fairy tale for no reason. There's also the demonic side." These kinds of statements are the reason why people say they give off high school band kids after 1 week of dating vibes. Yes, it might be cringy, but it usually means they're in a good place in their relationship. So when that suddenly stops, it's easy to see why people think they've broken up. Now, there's no telling whether or not they'll start posting each other again, but if that does happen, it's obviously a sign that they've patched things up. Next up, Alec Baldwin has just been handed a major legal victory in the Rust case. The actor has had his manslaughter charges reduced after a New Mexico district attorney dropped the enhancement charges over the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. This is an undeniable win for Alec and something that his attorneys fought hard for, considering that he would have been facing facing up to 6.5 years in prison, which has now been reduced to a maximum of 18 months if he's found guilty. So why was the charge removed? Well, it's because that particular enhancement did not actually become law until May of 2022, a full 7 months after Helena was killed, so it was not in place at the time of the incident. Alec's attorney Luke Nykus has pushed back aggressively over the charges and accused prosecutors of committing a basic legal error by including the enhancement. In response, a spokeswoman for the Santa Fe District Attorney released a statement saying the prosecution's priority is securing justice, not securing billable hours for big city attorneys. So obviously they want to make it clear that that doesn't mean that they'll be backing down. But Alec's lawyer is really putting up a fight. He's even tried to have Special Prosecutor Andrea Reeb removed from the case by arguing that her position as an elected New Mexico state lawmaker should prohibit her from holding any authority in a judicial capacity. Nykus filed a motion to disqualify her and said that she is not constitutionally permitted to serve both as a legislator and as a special prosecutor, according to the New Mexico Constitution. But the case took a shocking turn when prosecutors claimed that Alec missed firearm training before filming the movie. Apparently he failed to attend a session on handling firearms. Then after that, a private hour-long session was scheduled for him, but it ended up only being 30 minutes in length because he was distracted and talking on his cell phone during the training. And even though Alec insisted that he did not pull the trigger on the weapon, the FBI later tested the firearm and concluded that it would not have fired if someone hadn't pulled the trigger. Prosecutors also argued that because he was one of the producers of the film and not just an actor, he was responsible for hiring Hannah, who turned out to be inexperienced and unqualified to be working with so many firearms. Things got even worse for the actor last week when the parents and sister of Helena Hutchins filed a new lawsuit against him and others involved in the film. The filing alleges battery, negligence, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and loss of consortium. The family's lawyer released a statement saying they will not be able to enjoy life in the same way as they did when their precious Helena was alive, and Helena was a light in their lives. Both her sister and her mother, who live in Ukraine, made a short video where they addressed their decision. In the clip, Svetlana Zemko said, "To lose my sister was a horrible experience and is one of the biggest losses of my life. And even more devastating is to see the utter suffering of our parents and how their health has sharply declined. I believe to let this go and to leave this unpunished is unallowable." Sadly, it turns out that Helena also provided financial support for her family members back in the Ukraine. So that adds another layer to the tragedy that they have already suffered with her passing. And now, have you guys seen the new South Park episode poking fun at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? Well, apparently they didn't think it was funny and now they might be suing. Last week, the adult animated series set its sights on the royal couple in a new episode called The Worldwide Privacy Tour. South Park begins with a disclaimer reading, "All characters and events in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. All celebrity voices are impersonated poorly. While their names are not specifically mentioned, the character designs make it quite obvious who they are depicting. There is a red-headed prince and his wife who wears an outfit that is very similar to one that Meghan has worn in the past. At one point during the episode, the prince and his wife make an appearance on the talk show Good Morning Canada, and they walk in holding signs demanding privacy. They then sit down to discuss the prince's new book called Where, which is clearly a reference to Harry's memoir Spare. During the talk show conversation, the host says, "Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?" Well, I just think that some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. In response, Harry's character says, "How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy." The episode is packed with so many great jokes just like that, along with thinly veiled references to the couple's real life. But more than anything, the writers ruthlessly call out Harry and Meghan in the classic South Park style. After the couple decide to move to South Park, Meghan is shown saying, "If we moved here, people would think we're really serious about wanting to be normal." But when they finally get there, they ended up doing things that draw even more attention to them, like landing a private jet in the middle of a street and going on talk shows. Later on, the characters also embark on a We Want Privacy tour, and they look into hiring a branding manager who labels Meghan as a sorority girl, actress, influencer, and victim. After the privacy tour, Harry changes his mind and says trying to make ourselves into a brand just turned us into products. No more magazines and Netflix shows. We can live a normal life. But when he leaves, Meghan is shown to be remaining on the tour alone because obviously she can't give up the spotlight. According to The Spectator, sources are now claiming that the Duchess was left upset and overwhelmed by the episode, which many viewers have agreed was a particularly brutal takedown of the couple. And apparently she completely refuses to watch it and simply doesn't think that South Park is funny. But most people can agree that the writers Trey Parker and Matt Stone have always taken aim at controversial public figures like Donald Trump, Kanye West, and and Mel Gibson. But that obviously is not enough to stop Meghan and Harry from hitting back. Royal commentator Neil Sean has said that there could be legal ramifications due to the parody. He claimed that Harry and Meghan's legal team are casting an eye over the episode to see what is wrong, and what could be turned into something more sinister. Although it's worth noting that the makers of South Park have not yet received any legal correspondence from the couple. It's also been rumored that they knew of the episode for quite some time, and they desperately tried calling the producers in an attempt to have it blocked. But clearly that didn't work out at all. So how are people responding to this drama? Well, this tweet sums it up pretty well. Someone wrote, "The fact that Meghan and Harry are going after South Park, an American show that roasts everybody, tells you everything you need to know about them. South Park hurt their little feelings and now they want blood. Please go back to England and leave us alone. Hashtag dumb prince, stupid wife." So it's pretty clear that the royals have absolutely no influence over the show. So what do you guys think about this latest story? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.